Coach, obviously it's going to be a huge match on Sunday morning. You've got top 10 against top 10. Can you just speak for a moment on the magnitude of that, not only for your program, but just for the landscape of the sport right now?
Yeah, I think we want to continue building off the momentum that we've created so far. So, for us, it's a little bit tricky, right? I mean, you want to treat it like every other game, but at the same time, you also know that there's a lot at stake. They're ranked number 7 in the country right now. It'll be huge for RPI, for us, wanting to be a high seed in the NCAA tournament. So there's ramifications for that. The fact that we're 6-0, they're 5-1. The winner will likely have a good chance of potentially winning the SEC. So there's certainly a lot at stake, but at the same time, we also want to approach the game as, it's just another game and another opponent. And we want to just keep doing what we've been doing, and if we do, I think it's going to be great. But certainly another win could continue to build the momentum we've created. Continue creating a buzz around town and getting fans excited about Alabama soccer. So certainly a lot at stake.
Number 2 team in the country, 9 straight wins, I believe. Is this something you could have seen coming before the season started? Is this on your radar?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, we knew we were talented. We knew we had a good team returning from last year. I think I've mentioned already that we had a lot of starters, a lot of players returning from last year. Plus, we knew we were picking up a couple players that were injured and weren't able to play with us. We knew we had some good freshmen coming in. So we knew we had a talented team. But, I mean, y'all have been around sports long enough to know that it's not just about talent. A lot of stuff needs to come together. The chemistry, you need to catch breaks. There's just so many things that come into play. So I think for us, it was not a surprise that we were going to be talented and that we were going to have the potential to be quite good. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to say that, yeah, we knew we would be number 2 in the country before the season started.
Hi, Coach. Obviously, you haven't lost since August 21st. What steps has your team taken to stay mentally and physically locked in such a grueling, long season in SEC play?
Yeah, I think what's awesome about this group is, there hasn't been any, complacency setting in. There's never been like a moment where, the ranking came out and all of a sudden we were excited and seemed satisfied. I mean, I think, each week when that ranking comes out or after each win, I think it just fuels us more. That gives us even more confidence and more belief. And in sports and athletics, that belief is so incredibly important, and it's hard to manufacture. But with each win, with each week, we see it just growing in us, and it's pretty exciting to watch happen.
Hey, Coach, obviously everybody wants to score. Everybody wants to participate in, contributing to the win. But how have the girls kind of maintain their integrity? Like, it doesn't matter if I score. It doesn't matter if I get the assist as long as the team wins.
Yeah, I think what's awesome to see with this group right now and is just the selflessness, and that's a core value of ours, and you really see players buying into it this year. And I don't think anyone cares who's scoring the goals or who's getting the assists. You really see a team effort out there, and you see a genuine happiness for the players. For any player, whether they're scoring the goal, assisting, whether they're playing or not playing. I mean, you look at the energy coming from our bench. We got girls that aren't even getting in the game, but yet you look on the bench and they're cheering their teammates on. And so, what's great to see right now is with this group, it really is about the team, and it's about getting results and contributing any way they can.
Heading into the season, I think most people would have predicted South Carolina or Arkansas to top the division. After beating South Carolina, how much of a boost was that? And is that kind of the first time you guys really thought, hey, this could be something? Or
Yeah, certainly helped, beating Clemson and beating BYU. I think that was really kind of the moments, like I said, we knew we were good coming into it, but getting those results were massive. I think going on the road to open the season at Tennessee, who were, the defending SEC tournament champions, I think they were maybe quarterfinalists last year or potentially Sweet 16, but going on the road and winning that game, I think it was at that point really that people are like, okay, man, we're good. And now South Carolina came to town, and South Carolina, like you mentioned, is each year they're up there, top 1, 2, 3 teams in the league, and then for them to come to Alabama and for us to handle them the way we did, that was a massive win for us and a massive performance. And like I said, each week, I think people keep waiting for us to slip up, and each week we just keep keep getting results and in a dominating way. I looked the other day. I think it's only 2 of our wins are by 1 goal or by 1 goal. I think every other win we've had is multiple goal wins, and so it's pretty. We're not doing it by just kind of squeaking by teams. I think we're doing it in a convincing way. Go ahead.
One more.
Yeah.
Against Ole Miss, your last ranked game, you go down a goal early. You are a team that's dominating teams. How much does it say about your team's ability to respond in a situation? Because they haven't had to do that very much.
Yeah, it's great, and I can't remember which games exactly, but I know we went down in the BYU game. There was one other game. I think it was Tennessee, potentially. Did we go down against Tennessee as well? And then went down against Ole Miss. And the great thing about the team, you don't see any kind of panic, and it's and then in each of those games, there's been an immediate response. I remember it was the Tennessee game because we took the kickoff in the Tennessee game and ended up getting a great shot on goal and ended up getting a corner kick from it. And so for us, it's like we know it's a 90-minute game. We know we've got the quality of players to create chances, and we're not gonna stress out and get too worried if an opponent scores on us. So we know we're a good team and that we can respond from it.
Coach, you obviously have a lot of storylines among the young women on your team. There's a big one, obviously, with Riley Madden Parker. Just talk to her. Talk about from your perspective as a head coach, her journey from being a red shirt and seeing her growth through the years to now, of course, being Alabama's leading scorer.
Yeah, I tell you, Riley is a special kid, and if you've not had a chance to watch that video yet, you should. They did a great job on that video, and Riley is an incredible incredible person, incredible soccer player. She came to us as a freshman, and one that we had a lot of belief in. We thought she was going to be quite good. We knew what we were getting. I think her freshman year, I don't know if we put unrealistic expectations on her or potentially too much pressure, and as a freshman coming in and maybe riding her too much and thinking that she was going to turn the program around her freshman year, and so her freshman year probably didn't go as well as we would have liked or as well as she would have liked. I think it was a solid freshman year, but I think we were all hoping and expecting a little bit more. But the great thing about Riley is she's just keeps plugging away and getting better and better. And I truly believe she's come back a better player than when she got hurt. I think she's physically stronger. She looks quicker. She looks more agile. She looks more powerful. And then I don't know if it was a break from soccer for a little bit. Sometimes that can kind of rejuvenate you a little bit. But she looks like a different player right now, and really the player that we hoped and thought we were getting when we recruited her years ago.
Coach, obviously a lot of strength for your group on both sides of the ball, but what strengths are you getting ready for in practice and to see from this test against Arkansas this weekend?
Yeah, Arkansas is a fantastic team. I mean, they're, I believe they're 3-time SEC champions. I think they've won it each of the past 3 years. And so, what their MO is, what they're good at is, incredibly, high pressing, physical, athletic, just high energy team. And, I guess we're, the good thing about us is that's how we train day in and day out. And so for us, it's not like all of a sudden we're going to kind of have to train and try to mimic what they do. It's like, well, shoot, that's what we do as well. You look at our team and we're all about pressing and hunting and hard work. And, so for us, we see that day in and day out. And so, I don't know that we change a whole heck of a lot. Our approach, we're confident in what we do, and we're going to continue with what we've been doing.
You mentioned earlier about the buzz around this team. Can you talk about what the fans and the students at the soccer stadium, what the energy they bring to the games, and how that kind of affects the team on the field and off the field? Yeah,
it's been incredible, and I always believed that gosh, man, if we can just kind of get over this hump. And there were several times throughout my career here where it's like, we were so close to kind of turning it and getting there, and then we'd fall short, we'd drop a game and just kind of lose that momentum. But I always believed that if we win, people will come support us. People here in Tuscaloosa, people here at the University of Alabama, it's no secret. I mean, they want to support winners, and I don't care what sport it is. And people told me, oh, it's not a soccer town. You're not going to be able to draw. It's like, well, it doesn't need to be a soccer town. If we win games, people are going to come out, and I think we've seen that, right? And I cannot thank the fans enough, for the support they've shown us these past couple months, and without question, they are helping us win games. We feed off of their energy, and they're feeding off of our energy and of our, the goals we're scoring, the tackles that we're doing, the pressing, all that kind of stuff. It gets them into it, and then our players have loved playing for those crowds that we've been getting.
Again, we kind of talked about how they don't care about the stats or anything, but with how Riley Parker and Felicia Knox have played and how they're kind of leading the SEC in assists and goals, do you think they have a real chance of competing for not only conference awards but even national awards?
Yeah, it all depends how we finish out, but certainly where we're at in the season and where they're at. I mean, I don't see any reason why they shouldn't be up for national awards and in the consideration. Certainly we'll need to finish off these last 4 conference games strong and make a nice little run in the SEC tournament and NCAA tournament. And if we do, I think those two, along with several other players on our team, have a very good chance of getting some national recognition.